Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. We are back for our second match of the night, still in the Challenger League. Match 2 of the playoffs. We've got number 4 Venom going up against number 5 Raptors. Your boy Psychonautics still in the booth, ready to bring this action to your home space. And I am joined by someone new here in the booth, a novice player on Team Ignite is Charles. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing all right, Psycho. How are you doing? Actually, I would like to start this off by saying I'm so excited for some Nemesis playoffs. I was actually away for about a week or two from casting, and I missed it. You know, especially casting with you, Psycho, and just really excited for the games that we have ahead of us. So yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
Well, I appreciate that, bud. And speaking of the playoffs, if you want to take a gander at the screen real quick, we can put some playoff brackets up there for you. You can see where we're sitting at. We just watched Ascension sweep the Drakes. They moved on to the semifinals. They're waiting for the victor of the match that we are about to watch. Venom versus Raptors. The loser goes home. The winner goes on to play against the number 1 seed Ascension. So this is going to be an interesting one here, Charles. Like no matter who wins this one, they've got a brick wall standing in front of them already.
I mean, Ascension, geez. I mean, those guys are crazy. I mean, you just saw it on stream. They swept Drakes. Just absolutely. I mean, just Rocker Man, merely. I mean, you can't get a better team in Challenger League than Ascension right now, and they're hot. So if I were them, I'd obviously be focusing on this match, but it would be kind of like a bittersweet victory if we won, because you have to go up against Ascension and, you know, Rocker Man and merely. So a little bit scary there, but you know, I'm looking forward to this match. And actually, the match odds are actually in the Raptors' favor. I think it's 93% of people think the Raptors are going to take this one, which I find quite odd. I think Venom's a much better team to be having that low of a percentage of people thinking they're going to win.
And real quick, just before I forget, let me give a couple of shout outs before we start this thing out. One to Grebsy for handing out 5 community subs, Krippus for handing out 3, and Blazing Biscuit for 29 months. Oh, and it looks like now Fort for 3 months. So shout out to all you guys for supporting the community. Thank you very much. But Charles, let's get your caster predictions so these boys can get loaded up onto the pitch and get underway.
All right, this is going to be an unpopular opinion. I think Venom's going to take this one, and I think it's going to be done in a swift 5 games. All right, channel points, yet again, if you want to win channel points, and I've been right 3 out of 3 times, pick Venom to win this game. I'm telling you.
Charles does have something special when it comes to his caster predictions, and we'll see if he can maintain an undefeated streak or if the Raptors are going to throw it down the drain for him. As we get into this best of 7 series, loser goes home, winner moving on to play Ascension in the semifinals. Koala out of the corner, Cottney putting it down. And to go over the rosters real quick, Venom is running with Milk, Grav, and Koala. Milk and Grav are returning players to Venom. They were the champions last season. Venom is actually a 2-time defending champion looking for the three-peat. And Raptors are rocking with Cottney, the carry, Demon, and Ibonic. We'll see if the Raptors are able to shut down Venom's attempt at the repeating 3 chips in a row. And the first minute goes by as Grav gonna start things off. Venom in the lead.
One thing I love about Venom's play, Psycho, is their non-stop offense. Look at that pass off the wall. Just an easy dunk for Grav, and you're not gonna see another goal like that from any other team but Venom. Their play style is so unique, and I think the Raptors are gonna have to do a little bit of adapting here in this game 1.
They certainly are, though I wouldn't count the Raptors out just yet. This is a team that is well known for popping off, has great synergy, and had a very, very strong run in the regular season. Quite respected within the Challenger League. At least it appears to me. I'm not a Challenger League player. I know you're not either. But I've seen a lot of respect go to the Raptors here, so I wouldn't. I'd be a little bit careful on sleeping on them there, Charles.
Yeah, I'm trying not to, but I just love the Venom so much in their play style. But that doesn't take away from Cotney, as he's definitely, in my opinion, their best player. And I think if they're gonna want to take this, and Cotney has to be the driving force here.
And you may be right about that, as Grab gets a flick past the defender, but he's not going to find the back of the net. Koala in the midfield, not able to get the second touch. Cotney with the doink on net. Grab making the stop, having a 50 in the midfield. Milk there to send it down. Grab's up, looking for the redirect off the backboard. Ibonic missing a touch. Koala is going to have to 50 through. Demon gets demoed. Grab in the corner, gets beat out by Ibonic. It's in the mid, but Milk gonna beat beat the offender to the ball. Ibonic with the touch in the midfield as we reach the halfway point here in game number 1. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Venom still in the lead by 1 here. Ibonic with the big save right there. Charles, it doesn't seem like the Raptors have been able to find their groove just quite yet. Venom still with the lead and holding down some good defense, but it's not going to hold out. Ibonic going to get the score.
There goes the caster's curse yet again, Psycho.
Yeah, that's like 3 times the night.
As Ibonic puts a beautiful shot, but can we talk about that pass, though? Puts a pass, too. I think there might have been a miss there, but just beautiful play all around, and I'm excited for this Raptors team. I mean, they're obviously the favorite for a reason. I'm just excited to see how well they perform as he puts it off the backboard, and Cotney the carry. Oh my lord.
He is doing what he is known to do. Gets the flip reset, still able to follow, and the double touch off of the crossbar absolutely peaks on Venom, taking the lead for the Raptors. 2 minutes left on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves a game on our hands. As Ibonic is up. Can't really do much with the follow. Cotney trying to help him out. Gets the touch off the backboard. Cotney trying to 50 and just put any sort of wrench in Venom's wheels, not wanting them to get out of their zone. Milk with the big bump. Koala trying to slow it down. Can't get the flick through, but does end up getting a demo, and this is dangerous for Venom. As Cotney gets to the ball just a little bit late, he can't do much with it. Koala is there looking for the counterattack, but Ibonic was sitting back in the net and makes the save, picks up the Savior medal. Ibonic doing a lot for the Raptors so far in the defensive zone. 3 saves, even a goal to his name. Ibonic is actually doing the most on the Raptors here in game number 1. Ibonic almost with a self-service goal there. Starting to look dangerous on the pitch. Cotney gets it past one. Got it past the second one, but turned off of it thinking that the second Venom player had it. Demon with a huge save on the goal line against Koala's shot. Ibonic trying to get it past the defender. Grab, not going to let it through. Demon's there. Milk pops it up and out. Cotney to stick with the Cotney with another flip reset, but can't get it through. Grab staying strong on the defense. The final 30 seconds winding down in this game, Charles. And I don't know. I love me some Venom boys, but I don't know if they got this game number 1.
Only time will tell. But one thing I really love from the Raptors is their defense. I mean, obviously their offense is, with Ibonic and Cotney, just a dynamic duo already, but their defense with Demon, Cotney, and Ibonic, just all 3 back in the back lines. I mean, they have 6 saves. That's ridiculous as Ibonic puts it down from the ceiling to make it 3-1.
3-1. Ibonic with a nice shot. Koala missing his touch. Ibonic looking for the Savior medal and the hat trick. Only 5 seconds left on the clock. I'm not sure that he's going to be able to get it. We'll see what happened in these final 5 seconds as the ball does go in favor of the Raptors, but Grab gets the final touch on it. Cotney sends it away. The Raptors looking to put it down. Milk trying to keep it up. Cotney to Ibonic. Ibonic going to miss it, but the ball's going to touch. Raptors taking the win in game number 1, starting things off looking good.
Oh, yeah, they looked really great out there. They put, I think anybody who doubted Venom, including myself with the prediction, they kind of woke us all up here, and just beautiful performance, especially by Ibonic. I mean, 2 goals, 3 saves, 4 shots. Nothing else I have to say about that. Just excellent work, and he obviously I think he's the driving force of this offense so far. I mean, you try to stop Cottony, and you have Ibonic standing in your way. So I don't know if these Venom boys can even handle this right now, but if they can, they need to make some quick adjustments, and they need to make it now.
And I'm sure that Venom is planning on doing just that, making some adjustments, as they are known to do just that. They're quite the adaptable roster. Koala not having a fantastic game, not able to get up in the rotations a lot. Had a couple of shots, but couldn't find much of anything else. I'm sure we should be looking to him to sort of step things up a little bit in game number 2. Not that he was playing bad, just getting a little bit more involved in the plays, helping his team out a little bit more. Maybe that's what they need to shut down this Raptors roster. Because I mean, in the beginning, they were doing really good. They had a lot of pressure. They were keeping the Raptors suppressed, but the Raptors just found that stride about halfway through, and they were like a snowball. They became unstoppable.
Oh yeah, I mean, a snowball, definitely, indeed. And I'm actually curious to see if this trend continues in game 2, or if Koala being more involved with the play will kind of suppress the Raptors offense. I need to know, Psycho, do you think that Venom has what it takes to at least take this game number 2?
I think that they do, to be honest with you. I think that they got to make some changes. I think that they got to incorporate a little bit better communications, because looked like a lack of communication left that net wide open there, and Raptors going to take an easy goal and an easy lead.
Oh wow, that's just an unfortunate hit. I don't know who hit that ball. I think it might have been Milk, but just unfortunate touch off of his car, and the defender, or the attacker's gonna make you pay off of that every single time, and that's exactly what we saw there. Is Cottony? Oh my goodness, he almost puts it in the back of the net there.
Cottony shows he's not done popping off, but neither is Ibonic, coming in strong, taking that right off of the top of Koala's car. Double commit coming out from Venom. They're gonna get punished for that every time from this Raptors roster.
I mean, Ibonic, Cottony, they're like a rock'em sock'em toy. I mean, it's a right and a left by them each and every second. I don't think I've had an analysis where I've not had to be like, oh, Ibonic scored or Cottony scored. I mean, these two have been just flying everywhere. It's just absolutely ridiculous, as we almost saw another goal there. But they just the Venom needs to help suppress this. I don't know what they specifically need to do, but I know it has to have to do something with that midfield game. I know I harp on it a lot, but midfield is very important, especially in Challenger. I think Venom just needs to control that midfield, maybe get a couple pops in their zone, and really just take control of this game, because I know they have it in them. Just depends if they know that they have it in them.
Oh, most definitely. Almost finding the back of the net there. The pass play coming out from Venom, but Ibonic stays strong on the defensive line. And Venom looking to turn things around here. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. Koala sending it down. Cottony pops it up there to follow it, but he gets bumped off the ball. Comes off of the ceiling. Ibonic there to help him out. Takes the shot, but Koala on the goal line with a huge save, keeping it out of Venom's net. Demon sends it all the way off the backboard. Gets the demo, but Ibonic can't find the back of the net. Finds the post instead. He gets a good bump on Koala as he rotates out, clearing things up for Cottony. Milk gonna have to 50 through the defense. Grav with the shot, but it's gonna go wide. Demon taking his time in the midfield, 50s with Koala. Cottony trying to keep it away. Milk's there. Grav is up. He puts the shot down. Nobody back from Raptors, able to make a stop on that. And now Venom back in the game.
I mean, they're back in the game, but that is a very bittersweet goal. Obviously, great shot by Grav, but you have to think, I mean, have you stopped this Raptors offense completely? They're still going, and there's a couple of chances there that they could have had, just little mistakes by the Raptors team, and Venom just needs to keep that pressure going. They had a little glimpse of it right there, and that's exactly what you just saw. And, Venom just needs to play a better overall game if they're going to want to take this game number 2.
We're going to have to wait and see if this is the start of that better game that you mentioned, or if the Raptors are going to keep a lid on this. Grav coming in for the shot. Ibonic there, making the stop. Koala trying to stick with it. Cotney to clear it out. Grav in the midfield, shutting down the clear. Ball's in the mid. Milk sending it away. Koala gonna 50. Nothing coming from it for Venom. Ibonic off the sidewall, looking to follow, but can't beat out Grav to the ball. Demon with an awkward touch. Grav making the pass to the mid. Nobody from Venom there to help. Demon makes the touch, leaves it for Ibonic. Ibonic looking for the carry, but can't get it through the defense. Milk making a save on the goal line. Demon and Koala gonna both get a touch on the ball. Grav putting it out. Cotney's there. Koala able to get it through. Gets an awkward touch, but fakes out Ibonic with it. And Ibonic out of the corner. Can't get it through Milk. Grav with the touch. Milk up to follow. Trying to look for Grav, but Cotney gonna get in the middle of the pass play. And Koala with the shot. Ibonic there in time. Getting yet another savior medal. And Demon with the touch. Plays patient, but he gets a big clear, giving away possession. Looking for a demo on Koala. Koala getting away from him in time. Koala still with it. Past Ibonic, leaves it for Milk. Milk and Cotney 50, and it goes in favor of the Raptors. Final 45 seconds. And Venom still down by 1. Looking to turn things around here in the later part of this game. Koala up. Ibonic's there. He puts it into the Venom corner. 30 seconds left. Demon still with it. Gets it past the defender. Nobody from Venom back. It's off. Luckily for Venom, that shot would have been the end of it. The final 15 seconds, it might still be over for Venom. In game number 2 of this best of 7, Ibonic with the shot. Milk went to the back of the net. Didn't have to make the save. The ball just has to touch the ground. Cotney gonna help facilitate that. No, Grav to keep it up. Ibonic with the touch. Grav putting it away. The ball is still up, and it could still be scored by Cotney at this point. To be honest with you, oh my goodness, and he's gonna pull it off. Cotney, the carry, strikes again.
It just doesn't end, does it? I mean, just ridiculous. Oh my gosh. I mean, he had so much confidence. And what I found to be what really struck me about how much confidence this Raptor team really has is how they kept the ball up even when they didn't need to. I mean, they're like, yeah, we're going to keep the ball up. We're going to score one more goal, maybe get your confidence down a little lower. And I have to say, from the Venom side of the ball, they had glimpses where they looked really good. But it fell apart because they're panicking a little bit in the defensive zone. You saw it when the ball hit the post and bounced out. He dove towards that corner. I just feel like if they're gonna want to keep the Raptors at bay, they gotta play a better defensive game, and they have to calm it down. I obviously stream nerves, but I think Venom just needs to play, as I said, just a better overall game if they're gonna want to take this Raptors team the distance.
Most definitely. And Venom calling for the timeout, so they'll get the 60 seconds in between match and an additional 60 seconds for their timeout. Going down by 2 to the Raptors in the series. Raptors now only need 2 more wins to secure their spot in the semifinals against Ascension. And just to bring that back a little bit, Charles, you talked about Venom's defense, and they did have, I think, in that last match or in that last game, I believe they had 2 sort of giveaway goals, but they were also able to bag, let's see, how many was it? It was like 7 saves. So, they did play good defense. Raptors were just unrelentless on their offensive pressure. And whenever you have a team that's just constantly shooting at your net, it doesn't matter how good you are at defense. Eventually, you're going to fold, you're going to crack, and they're going to get it through. And that's pretty much what the Raptors did. I think that Venom really needs to shut the Raptors down in the midfield and not even allow them the ability to shoot on their net.
I actually agree with you in that one. You kind of changed my mind there. But yeah, I do agree, actually. I think I was a little curious how some of these Raptor shots were developing. I mean, because you just have them, they're flying everywhere. I mean, their main source of attack has been they've gotten on the wall and they've just made a solo play. I think Venom just needs to get, one man up there to try to block it and another man to clear it. I just think you can't allow Cottony and Ibonic time to because they're very mechanical players. You can't allow them to get into open space and make a couple of moves. And on the Venom side of the ball, I just need to see more from Koala if they're going to want to, if they look to take this game number 3.
Koala has been pretty quiet this entire series. Would love to see the man pop off and show out. Game number 3. Very, very crucial game for Venom here. It is imperative they don't drop this game to the Raptors. Milk with a huge save. Milk being the star defender of game number 2 for Venom. Even though it was a loss, he had, I believe, 4 out of the 7 saves to his name. He's been doing the most on the defensive line, rivaling to Ibonic for the Raptors, who's been playing a huge defensive position for them this entire series. And Milk with the catch in the midfield, but he's going to get it banged away from him. Milk trying to get the dunk on Cottony, not able to find it. Ibonic in the midfield gets it over Koala. Grav is going to come out of his own corner. Cottony there, and nobody from Venom back there, just getting caught out on their rotations again and again.
I think that was just an unfortunate mistake by the defense. Almost a save there, but I mean, the read was there and the pass was beautiful. I mean, the mistake on the wall, I think, came down to the ball just being too fast. I mean, that ball came at him like a bullet at that point. And I mean, yet again, it's just a nonstop raid by the Raptors team, and Venom just needs to put their best foot forward. I'm kind of seeing a little bit of glimpses of their offense here, seeing some good stuff from them, but as you mentioned before, they need to control that midfield, not allow Raptors to get into their own end.
And will they be able to do that, or will the Raptors continue their onslaught on the Venom backboard and net? Ibonic can't follow that one. Milk coming out of the corner. Demon to put it back on net. The double commit coming out from Venom, but they get a huge clear off of it. And Milk trying to get it out to the center for a teammate. Grab in the backfield. Oh, gets the awkward second touch. Doesn't work out for him. I'm sure that's not what he was looking for. Milk trying to get mechanical. He is known for doing making shots like that. He's made several on stream. However, unable to find the back of the net on that one. And Koala gonna come through and help Grab out, get the dunk on the defender.
I mean, Grab, what a beautiful pass us out of Koala there. And the awareness by Koala to not set that shot straight forward. Beautiful placement, bottom left corner. There's not much you can ask other than that from the man himself, Koala.
That's very true. We've been saying his name for 2 games now, and he finally shows up. You'll love to see it. Hopefully that sparks something inside this Venom roster, and they're going to start finding more and more of that. But unfortunately, before that, Cottony going to get a great pass to his teammate in the midfield, score another goal, and take the lead.
Another person we haven't seen too much on the offense, but has been holding it down on the defense, Demon. Beautiful shot. I mean, beats, I think, 2 people there. Bottom left corner yet again. And, I think this is actually going to be a back and forth between these 2 teams. Both teams are looking pretty solid here. I'm just excited to see how this game goes down the stretch.
It is looking like we have quite the game so far. However, in game number 1, the Raptors were able to take the lead and then, completely shut down Venom's offense. So we'll see if oh my goodness, as Graf puts the fear of God in Demon and makes him own goal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how to analyze that shot. I mean, wow, that was a beautiful shot by Demon, just on his own net, unfortunately. But one thing I'm looking at is Koala put a nice shot in the chat. A little bit of toxicity there, and I like it for this Venom team. They need to, get in the Raptors' heads a little bit, and you just love to see it. And it's a tie game now. Anything can happen, and this Venom team seems to be kind of back in this one.
They certainly do, as we got a tied ball game. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Venom looking for a pot shot, forcing Cottony out of the net. Ibonic's there, gets the pop over Into the mid, Grav having to make an awkward touch, leaving it in the mid. Demon's there, but Koala is as well. The 50 goes off. Cotney popping it up, Milk to take it away from him. Milk sticking with it, gets it through Ibonic, gets a second touch, but can't get it past the third defender. Koala making an easy save in the midfield. Grav putting a shot on. It's just off, and his second touch is off as well. Grav sending it back to Koala in the corner. Koala taking his time, trying to get the carry, gets it past one. Ibonic to send that away, not letting it in front of the Raptors net. And Ibonic sending it back out to the mid. Grab there, excuse me, putting it down to Milk. Koala can't get it out, and seems to be some floundering from a couple of different players here, but Demon going to go ahead, rotate through, and get the demo on Grab. 45 seconds now left on the clock. And I don't know, Charles, based on what you're seeing, which of these two teams would you say has an edge?
I think overall Raptors has an edge in this series, but this game specifically, I think Venom's actually looking like the better team, and I'm excited to see how they are moving forward. But a major difference between these two teams that I'm noticing is whenever Raptors double commits, and they double commit actually a couple seconds ago, one of them actually went to go for a demo. So it was a double commit, but it did benefit the team as Milk, the huge JNAPS fan, puts that in the back of the net. You love to see it.
You love to see it. Milk doing what he does best. Finally getting one of those shots. We usually get to see at least one every time he makes it onto the stream. And there it was, ladies and gentlemen. Milk happens to be super spicy. He takes the lead in the final 10 seconds against the Raptors here in game number 3. Raptors looking to just make a stop here. Cotney pops it up. And Milk there again, but the ball's going to touch before it goes into the net. Not able to get one for the road, but they do secure the win in game number 3. They are now down by 1 in the series as it's Raptors 2-1 and best of 7.
Yeah, I really was a fan of the Raptors team that we saw in game number 3. I mean, they basically matched the Raptors energy, and they really put it to them. I saw a lot of great stuff, especially from Grav. I mean, he was the MVP of this match at 3 saves, ridiculous. I mean, the Venom defense, I mean, they're putting a stop to the Raptors offense, and I have to say, these two teams' defenses have been excellent. Their offenses have basically canceled out their defenses, and Venom, I mean, beautiful game by them. Just absolutely, they were flying everywhere, and they put the ball where it needed to be when it mattered most. They almost had another goal at the end. Unfortunately, they did not. But yeah, I'm really excited to see this Venom team going forward. Let's see if they can keep the same energy in this game number 4.
Yeah, and certainly the scoreboard speaks for itself there, as Venom was able to outshoot, outsave, and outscore the Raptors. But that was the first time in this series that they've been able to pull that off. Will they be able to continue that momentum here in game number 4 in the Coliseum, or will Raptors steal that momentum back, take their 3rd win, and sit at match point moving into game number 5? You'll have to stay tuned to find out as we get directly into this action. The ball is in the Raptor zone, or excuse me, Venom zone. Grav making the 50 with Cotney. Koala missing his touch. Ibonic to put one on, forcing the save. Milk does make the save. Grav coming out of the corner, trying to keep control of the ball. Goes for the low 50 against Cotney. Koala to take it out of the corner. Ibonic getting an awkward touch. Doesn't work out too well for him. Demon going to help him out. And Demon with the big shot, and it's not going to go. Grav able to get that out at the very last second. That was absolute robbery from the Raptors, Charles.
Oh my gosh. I mean, if anybody got the recording of my face, I think my face said it all. I was in complete shock how they got saved. Beautiful bump by Demon. Wow. I actually watched a scrim with the Raptors, and Demon really stood out to me with his demo. It's just really an oppressive force on the offensive side of the ball when he wants to be, and that clearly just showed right there. And yeah, it just not a great start for Venom here, as um, the Raptors are looking like they're returning to their previous form here, but the Venom roster just needs, I think Grav needs to be the man himself, and he needs to put this team on his back a little bit here if they're going to want to take this game 4.
We'll have to see if he's able to do that or what is going to happen. Ibonic missing his shot. Koala trying to take time, does find a read, but is not able to beat out Cottony to the ball. Grav popping it up. Grav to follow. Demon gets to the ball first. Milk keeping the pressure alive for Venom. Cottony not going to let that get in front of the Raptors net. The Koala trying to get it through. Grav in the midfield, banging it into the corner. Ibonic to take it away. Ibonic pops it, but can't follow it off of the sidewall. The double commit coming out. Demon last back. But Koala not able to do much with the ball. Grav trying to look for a 50 here. Runs out of boost. Milk with the shot, but can't get it through. Cottony with a huge save on the goal line. And we are now almost halfway through game number 4. We still have no goals. This is very unusual for this series, Charles.
I'm still surprised there has not been a goal yet. Both teams have had excellent opportunities, and I'm starting to see a little bit of a spark here from this Venom roster. They're starting to get a little comfortable, and I think Raptors just need to, let Venom not get too comfortable here in the latter half of this match. And I know we've harped on it a lot, but I would love to see Koala maybe put one in the back of the net, or at least make Raptors scramble a little bit here. And because I love Koala's play, and I would love to see Venom take this game number 4, and just for the content purposes. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this game, and I'm excited to see it down the stretch.
Oh, and a big shot comes out from Demon there. Koala makes it back. Ibonic putting it back on, but Milk is there and makes the Venom making 2 saves in rapid succession as Raptors start to heat up offensively. Ibonic, he's there with it, looking for the double, but he can't get it through. He's only going to find the post, and Milk with a long ball from the midfield. It's off, and Demon to try and take it out, but Koala dunks on him on the sidewall. Ibonic sticking with it, but not able to carry it. Koala, 50's in the midfield. Grav backing up, but can't get to the ball. Grav gonna turn on it, putting it off of the ceiling. Koala's there, takes the shot. Ibonic is staying in front of that ball. His 3rd save, and I believe his 2nd or 3rd possibly savior medal of this series so far. He has just been an absolute brick wall this entire series, being a major thorn in the sides of Venom, not able to find the back of the net. 30 seconds remaining. We still have a 0-0 ball game here. It's going to probably go into overtime and possibly a long one. Never mind. Grav with the pass out of the corner, and Milk slams that one home.
What is that, caster curse number 4 for you, Psycho? I mean,
Yeah.
Just really unfortunate for the Raptors team. I mean, I'm just still surprised how there's not been a goal earlier in this game. I mean, they've looked electric on the offensive side, and I mean, as this game continues in the last 10 seconds, the Raptors just need to find a way to sneak one past the Venom defenders.
Will they be able to do that in the final 5 seconds, or will Venom take the win here in game number 4? Only 1 second left. And that ball is going to go down. That ball is going to touch. And now we got a tied ball game again, ladies and gentlemen. 2-2 in this best of 7 series as we move forward into game number 5. Arguably the most pivotal game of this series. The winner of game number 5 going to be sitting at match point, looking to take the dub, looking to secure their spot in the semis against Rocker Man and his Ascension boys.
Oh, wow. Speaking of Rocker Man, I'm sure he's enjoying the content right now. I mean, we're going into game number 5. It's tied 2-2. Just we've seen a lot of close games from these teams. I don't think there's been a very massive goal difference in any of these games by these two teams. And I think they match each other's energies very well, and I think this is going to be one heck of a series continuing. But one interesting fact that I found out before I started casting this event, Venom has never lost a playoff game, which is ridiculous to think about. I mean, they're back-to-back champs for obvious reasons, and if the Raptors continue like this, I mean, they could possibly be Venom's first playoff loss.
They very well could, and I'm sure Venom does not want that to happen. However, they don't have much of a choice for the next 60 seconds as Raptors pulled out the timeout. They're going to take that extra 60 seconds to recoup, regather, as they were able to win 2 back-to-back games, but then Venom comes back in game 3 and game 4, wins both of those. So, Raptors got to be thinking, okay, we need to change something. We need to start making some changes. To be honest with you, I was a little bit surprised with Ibonic's performance there in game number 4. He was doing such a great job in the first 3 games. And game number 4, he seemed to be a little bit out of place more than, he was any other time throughout the series and whiffing more balls than he was. So that might have just been an off game for him. Interested to see if coming back in game number 5, he's going to be back onto his shenanigans like we saw in game number 1 and 2. And, that could be a major, major difference in this game, Charles.
I mean, Ibonic, sorry. Just massive difference maker. I mean, this game is just packed with difference makers. I mean, this field, this pitch, it's just full of difference makers, and it depends on who can step up the most. As we head into this game number 5, and Psycho, I have to ask you, who do you think is going to take this game now from what we've watched so far?
I hate answering this question whenever Venom or Vipers or anybody from Victory Org is on the screen because I always feel biased, but I got to go with even realistically at this point, not just biased because I'm a huge fan of Victory Org, but realistically, I think Venom's going to take this. I think it's going to come down to a game 7, to be honest with you, but I think that Venom is going to be able to pull it, reel it in, and move on to the semifinals. These guys have been working really hard this season to get to playoffs so they can have a chance at the three-peat. And I don't think that they want to give that opportunity up.
I agree. I mean, this Venom roster looks hungry as we're seeing this in this game 5. I mean, they've just been constantly attacking Raptors so far, and it hasn't even been grab. Oh, what are you? Oh my gosh, he's from outer space, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and that is exactly what I was just talking about. They're not interested in just ending, especially not in the first round, letting their playoff run in. They want the three-peat. They're going to take the lead here in the first minute of game number 5. Venom doing the most. Raptors long from being done. Plenty of time left on the clock. And we know that these Raptors boys are able to absolutely pop off and turn the tides of this battle at a moment's notice. But will they be able to? As almost a big play comes out from Ibonic and Demon, but the ball does go wide. They're not able to get it through the defense. The double commit from Venom. The Demon, a little bit too awkward to capitalize. Milk getting it past the defender in the midfield. Milk putting it in front of the net. Koala not there fast enough. He's going to need to be a little bit faster to catch a pass like that. Ibonic coming out of the corner. This could be dangerous. Cotney was there. Grab sends it in front of the net. But luckily, he sent it fast enough. Cotney didn't have enough speed to catch up to it. That would have been an easy goal for him. But as it is, Venom maintaining their 1-point lead. Milk with the touch off of the backboard. They move it into the midfield. As we reach the halfway point in this game, number 5. Venom still up by 1, Charles, but it looks like Raptors are not done yet. Ibonic can't reach the touch there, and nobody else from the Raptors came in. That was a huge missed opportunity, in my opinion, Charles. Raptors might be kicking themselves in the butt after that.
Yeah, I mean, I know this is not RLCS. I know this is not Moist versus Furia, but if you want to see an exciting series, stick around because these two teams are fighting for this victory. I mean, just beautiful work by both of them. And obviously, Venom has the lead, but I don't think it's going to stick for very long. But the way these Raptors are playing, I mean, they have more shots by only one, but it's not looked that way as the Raptors have just been in the Venom zone. And I see this trend continuing till the end of this game.
Yeah, there has been a lot of offensive pressure from the Raptors, as we would expect. They've been offensively heavy this entire series. I'm sure that is the way that they were through the entire um, regular season as well. However, the last 3 games, including this one, has not been working out for them. Venom locked in on what they need to do to shut down this Raptors roster, and they're all three in the same spot. That could have been extremely dangerous, but nobody from Venom there to capitalize on that moment. And we're seeing a lot of that here in game number 5 from both sides of the aisle. Ibotic in the midfield, but he can't follow it. Grav gonna put it to the side. Out of the corner, Cotney with the shot, gonna bounce it off the top of Grav. Raptors back in it, tying things up.
I mean, he was due for a goal. Just beautiful shot. I mean, Grav almost got to that, but the sheer power and speed on that ball, you cannot match it anywhere else. As it is now a tie game going into the last minute of this match. And I'm just sitting back and enjoying. Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn, grab whatever snacks you want. This is gonna be one heck of an end to a game number 5.
Yes, it certainly will. Less than a minute now. We're tied up. Will this go into overtime, or will one of these teams be able to do the most? There it is. Demon with a flick to Ibonic, and a huge goal comes out for the lead.
Talk about an absolute dagger. But can we talk about Demon's flick? Absolutely clinical. Pops it over one, and it just had enough height to where Ibonic could get to that. And that is a beautiful goal for goal number 2 for this Raptors roster. And it's just been back and forth, really. And if Venom wants to take this game 5, I think they're just going to have to sneak one in past the Raptors defenders, maybe make them panic a little bit in the Raptors defensive zone.
They're going to have to do something, as Raptors have found that groove. And now Venom only has 20 seconds left. Grav missing his touch off of the ceiling. It's going to turn into an easy shot for Demon. And that might be all she wrote for Venom here in game number 5.
Unfortunate miss on the ceiling there. But, I mean, Demon followed that ball perfectly. And he's been putting on a show this game for sure, as he does have a goal and 2 assists here. And this Venom, I don't think the Venom has enough time to win this game 5, but I liked the way they played. I really did. And I think if they want to take at least game number 6, they're going to have to keep playing the same way as they did as game 5, but they're going to have to amplify at a level. Maybe try to stop the Raptors in the midfield, because I've noticed that whenever the Raptors boom the ball down from the midfield, they're getting some quality opportunities there. And just Venom needs to adapt just a little bit, so the Raptors do not have those excellent chances that they've been getting.
Right, and I think Venom definitely might have underestimated Demon a little bit there. Demon pretty quiet through most of the series. Finally shows up in game number 5. He's on every single conversion that his team has. 1 goal, 2 assists, no saves, but I mean, he was just absolutely putting it on Venom. And I don't think that they were anticipating that. I think that they saw, okay, Cotney and Ibonic are sort of not playing as well as they were at the beginning of the series, so we don't have to worry so much. And then Demon just coming out of nowhere, blowing their hats off. And now Venom in a dangerous position. They lose 1 more, and the three-peat goes away. They have to win the next 2 matches in a row, or the Raptors move forward.
I mean, as I said at the beginning of game number 5, this pitch is full of game changers, and Demon was the game changer in this match. Curious to see who's going to be the game changer in this next match. But if I had to guess, I would say Milk, because he is looking ready to pop off here as we get game number 6 underway.
He has been looking more and more hot. We'll see if that continues for him, or if something changes. Ibonic with the stop of Koala there to clean things up. Holla at your boy as Venom takes the lead.
Koala, what a shot. Top bins for your boy Koala, and it is going to be 1-0 Venom, but we saw this in game number 5. Venom got that early lead and Raptors came right back. Can Venom hold on to secure a game 6 victory?
And I just got to point something out real quick, Charles, because it's bugging me a little bit, but it's interesting as well. We saw game number 1, Cottony pop off. Game number 2, Ibonic pop off. Game number 3, Grav. Game number 4, Milk. Game number 5, we see Demon pop off. Are we about to see Koala pop off in game number 6? Are we just going to round robin everybody doing the most?
I think that is definitely a possibility. I mean, with a shot like that, it's hard to not have confidence after that. But I will say, this Venom team, I don't think it matters who pops off. I think it matters if like the quantity of players who pop off. It's not about quality. It's about quantity here. As Koala almost puts another one in the top shelf. He is really feeling himself, and I am here for it, Psycho.
I'm telling you, he picked a great map to Forbidden Temple just to come out and start feeling himself. But Cottony feeling himself. Cottony the carry coming back with the big old dunk.
Oh my. Wow, I mean, just an unfortunate 50. I'm sure that shot Koala's confidence down a little bit, and I think that's exactly what the Raptors needed. They needed to shut down Koala because he was looking dangerous. And wow, a tie game. And as I said, this Raptors roster is coming, and it's just a matter of time. Oh, what a fake by Ibonic, and oh my gosh, this is a ridiculous goal.
What a play. Ibonic with the demo and then gets the touch under the final defender. Great play from him, taking the lead for the Raptors, and that may have been the goal that ends it all if Venom is not careful. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. They have plenty of time, but these Raptor boys have been looking hot all night. Demon with the shot, taking a 2-point lead. Raptors are starting to snowball.
Here they come. Everybody on the Raptors roster gets a piece, and it's looking like Thanksgiving out here. They're handing out goals to the Raptors, and I need to see that Venom defense at least step it up a little bit, or if we can't get that Venom offense, because this is basically looking like game number 5 here. The Venom gets first goal, and then the Raptors just demolish them. Oh, almost had a goal there. But yeah, I need to see more from this Venom team if they want to keep their undefeated playoff streak alive.
Venom still on the offense. Koala making a soft touch. He's awkward though. Milk missing out on the ball. Was expecting a touch to come out, but nothing did. Milk still with it. Cottony to take it away from him. We get closer and closer to the halfway point of this game number 6 match. Raptors still up by 2. Venom needing to find a goal quick. Koala looking for the redirect, but not able to get the touch. Milk jumps over the ball. Demon gets it over Grav. This could be dangerous for Venom. Grav getting back in time. He's able to come off the back wall and get a good clear, but Ibonic takes it from him in the midfield. Ibonic turning off and leaving it. Koala there. The dunk in the midfield. Gets the doink. Milk with it, but Ibonic to shut it down. Ibonic still to follow. Grav gonna beat him to it. Milk with the doink. Gets it past 1. Cottony is back. With 2 minutes left on the clock. Raptors still up by 1 here, Charles, but Venom is starting to heat up a little bit, starting to do more in their offensive zone.
And I think that's completely natural of a team who has their playoff hopes on the line in a game. They're gonna be starting to get at least a little bit hot, and I need to see the Raptors roster just kind of cool them down a little bit. And I'm seeing really great stuff. I mean, they're winning 50s, they're winning the fight in the defensive zone, and I'm excited to see this continuing into the latter half of this match.
Koala getting a flick there, a little bit awkward as he flicks it from the midfield. Doesn't generate a whole bunch of power, and that is unfortunate for Venom as Ibonic is going to score yet another goal. and he has been putting in work this entire series, and he's looking to shut things down and send Venom home right here, right now.
That could very well be the last shot of the game or the last goal of the game, as this Venom team is looking a little helpless here. Um, and it's just unfortunate if the Venom can't get this at least one more goal to try to start their offense up again. I just need to see more from the Venom's roster going forward.
Yeah, they need to do a lot, and they need to do it now. Raptors not interested in allowing that to happen. Almost another empty net goal comes out. Koala gonna clear that one away. Ibonic pops it up. I'm sure Raptors just looking to waste time at this point. But Ibonic gets it past one, puts it down to Cottony. Cottony with the pinch out of the corner. Grav gonna send it away. Now the ball is floating in the mid. Cottony's there with the touch to put it on net, but Koala to make the save, getting his savior medal. 30 seconds left on the clock. It's starting to look bleak for Venom, as the loss here will send them home, will end their season, and the possibility of a three-peat. And Demon with the dagger. 11 seconds left as Ibonic steals that goal from Demon to secure his hat trick.
I mean, I think this Raptors team is definitely a dangerous team to go up against in these playoffs. I mean, they looked really good. They shut down an amazing Venom roster. And I would like to first and foremost apologize to anybody who did put channel points on Venom. I'm sorry, but the Raptors just a more complete team as Cottony just puts in another one to basically end this game.
That game one, Cottony the carry coming back into game number 6 and putting the beat down on Venom. Actually, all of these guys, all of these Raptors just doing a really, really good job here in game number 6 to close out the series. And that all but does it for this match, ladies and gentlemen. Raptors going to be taking the W here, moving forward into the semifinals to face off against the Ascension roster that had an amazing run in the regular season. Congratulations to Raptors putting Venom down like that. Venom, unfortunately, going to have to go home a little bit harder than everybody else, in my opinion, as that was their chance at being back-to-back-to-back champions.
Unfortunate loss, but I will say going forward, I mean, the Raptors, they're looking good, and I think they can definitely take the Ascension team. Definitely, if they play the way that they did in this game, they could definitely look to take them the distance at least. But I guess time will tell, as it was just an amazing game by the Raptors overall. I mean, they all stepped up. I think every player in this game stepped up, and the series stepped up, including Koala, who did in fact step up this game like you predicted. But yeah, just great game by the Raptors, and I'm excited to see them moving forward.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game. Venom only able to take 2 points. Raptors winning 4-2. Quite a convincing win from them. However, I don't know if it's going to be enough against Rockerman and Merely and Jaegers on Ascension. They are looking really, really hot. I think that's going to be a fantastic semifinals game. I mean, maybe even the best game of the playoffs. I'm not going to say that it will be, but it's going to be right. I have a feeling it's going to be right up there at the tippy top for what we see out of the Challenger League.
I would wholeheartedly agree. I mean, Raptors looked really good, and I was surprised actually by their performance. I mean, I know a lot of people had them winning this game, but I personally did not think they were going to be this hot, especially in game number 6. And I mean, they just looked on fire, and Ascension definitely has some work to do if they're going to want to, swiftly deal with these guys, but it's going to be definitely a battle, and I'm excited to see it.
I am as well, but I'm also excited to see the next match of the night. We're going to take a short break here, ladies and gentlemen. Before we come back, we've got, I believe, 4 more matches lined up for you here tonight. Yeah, 4 more matches. The next of which is going to be up in the Rival League, where we've got number 1 seeded Hydra going up against the number 8 seed Whiteout. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if there is a match that you want to watch tonight, it's this next match. Hydra versus Whiteout. Hydra having a 17-1 season, only beat by one team. They were beat by Whiteout, and Whiteout swept them. So this is going to be a revenge match for Hydra right here, or will Whiteout continue what they started earlier in the season and knock this amazingly tough Hydra roster out of the playoffs in the first round? It's going to be a great one. Charles, I appreciate you joining me in the booth here tonight. It was a pleasure casting alongside.
Pleasure casting alongside you too, Psycho, and all of you watching. Stay tuned. I know I'm going to be casting another game tonight, but these games going forward, man, they're a doozy, and it would be worth your while to watch these games going forward.
Certainly will. We're going to take a short break, about 4 minutes, and then we'll be back into the rival league action. Hydra versus Whiteout. You don't want to miss it.